Hello, and welcome to a little video about recognizing patterns and sequences. A sequence is a pattern that involves an ordered arrangement of numbers, geometric figures, letters, or other objects. A term of a sequence is an individual number, figure, or letter in the sequence. That's really what we're going to be exploring. We're going to look at patterns, understand how to look at them, and then looking at what a term of a sequence looks like in other forms. Okay, so first we have this sequence. The sequence is made out of these images, which are made out of dots. When we look at sequences, we always go left to right. So the first thing I like to think of when I look at sequences is, are they getting bigger or smaller? Hopefully you notice that this sequence is getting smaller. Great. For letter A, we're going to analyze it and describe the pattern. All right, so I know it's getting smaller, but by how many? Now, the first thing that jumps out to me is that each arm looks like it's getting shorter and shorter. So it looks like this arm has 6. Well, each of them does. This image has 5. This one has 4 each, and this one has 3 each. If each of these arms is getting smaller, that means I'm getting smaller by 4 dots on each image, right? 1 from each side. Let's write that down. So, getting smaller by 4 dots. Again, because each arm is getting smaller and smaller, we're losing 1 dot on each side. For letter B, I want us to draw the next 3 figures. Let's do it. If the last one we had drawn had 3 on each side, so that means the one that I'm going to draw first will have a dot in the middle and 2 dots around it on each side, right? 2. The next one should have just 1 dot on each side. That looks silly. And then the third one, oh my goodness, is just going to be the dot in the middle. There's going to be 0 dots all around. For letter C, I'd like us to represent the number of dots in each of the 7 figures, right? The 4 originals and the 3 I drew, as a numerical sequence. All right, well, let's count the dots. Of course, we can count each individual dot, or we can do some multiplication. The first image has 6 dots on each side, which means that's 6 times 4, 24, plus 1 in the middle, that's 25. So we got 25 as the first image. The next one has 5 on each side, so that's 5 times 4, 20, plus 1 in the middle, 21. The third image has 4 on each side. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1 is 17. The fourth image has 3 on each side. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13. The next one, the one I drew, has 2 on each side, so 2 times 4, that's 8, plus 1 is 9. The last one, I think it's easy, you see it's 5, and the very last one has 1. Now we're going to take all that information, oops, I didn't mean to highlight that, and we're going to put it into a table. Well, let me get my zooming correct. Almost, there we go. Okay, so term number, that's the term of a sequence. The term number means the place of the number in the order of our sequence. The term value is what is that number. So term number 1 is the first number. The first number is 25. Term number 2 is the second number. The second number is 21. The third, 17. The fourth is 13. The fifth is 9. The sixth is 5. And the seventh is 1. So the value is what is the number. The term number is what is its placement in the sequence. All right, let's try another. This is a sequence made out of dark triangles. The pyramids, are they getting larger or smaller? That's the first thing you should think of. It looks like they're getting larger. Good. Okay. Now any ideas on how it's getting larger? This is a tough one. I'll pause so you can think about it, even though, I'm making the video and I'll have to give it away. The way I'm seeing it getting larger is it's getting an extra row, but not only is it getting an extra row, it's getting an extra triangle on that row. Here's what I mean. We have this first row of one triangle, and each of them has that first row of one triangle. Then we add a row of two triangles. Then we add a row of three triangles. Then we add a row of four triangles. So it's getting larger and the rows are getting larger too. Let's try to write that down. This is a tough one to word. Okay. So getting bigger by a row, and each row is one bigger than the last. I know that's super wordy, but I think it describes it pretty well. Next, let's represent the number of dark triangles in each of the first 6 figures. So there's 2 we haven't drawn. We're going to have to think of the pattern. And then after we write it as a sequence, we'll put it into a table. Okay. The first image has a row of 1. So that's 1 triangle. The second image has a row of 1 and 2. 1 plus 2 is 3 triangles. We added a row of 2. Then we have a row of 1, 2, 3. We added a row of 3. So that means we have 6 triangles. Then we added a row of 4, which means we had 10 triangles. We have 2 more figures to calculate. If we were to draw it, we would have added a row of 5 triangles. So that means we would have 15. And for the last image, we would have added a row of 6 triangles. And that would have given us 21 triangles. Next, let's put that in a table. Since we're looking at the first 6 figures, the term numbers are going to be 1 through 6. There are 6 things on our list. The term values are going to be our list. Our first term is a 1. Our second term is 3. The third is 6. The fourth is 10. The fifth is 15. And the sixth is 21. One more and we're good for this short little lesson. Donna is decorating the top border of her bedroom walls with a daisy pattern. She is applying decals. I don't know, one of those. But she's applying them in this column order. All right, here is a little example of how she's applying them. Think about the daisies in each column. Describe the pattern. Hopefully you notice that the pattern is, it's repeating. She does 3, 4, 2, then repeats. Determine the number of daisies in the next 2 columns. Well, if the first one had 3, then 4, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 2, the next 2 should have a row of 3, then 4. We're going to represent the number of daisies in each of the first 8 columns as a numeric sequence, and then we'll put it into the table. Okay, let's do the pattern. 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, Oh, I don't like that. I'm going to rewrite that. That was ugly. You saw that. 3, 4, 2. That's the first 3. 3, 4, 2. That's 6. And then 3, 4. That's 8. When we put it into the table, since we're doing the first 8 columns, our term numbers are 1 through 8 because that's how many we're looking at. Our term value is the placement, is the number that correlates with that term. So, term number 1 is 3. The second is 4. The third is 2. The fourth is 3. The fifth is 4. The sixth is 2. The seventh is 3. And the eighth is 4. So that's us recognizing some sequences and patterns, connecting the sequence of numbers into our tables. If you have any questions about this short little lesson that we did, please let me or whoever else is helping you out with math know. Otherwise, have a good rest of whatever day it is for you. Bye!